Do not fall for this. I had a client who came to me and she said, Ale, I know he's the right person, but he just won't commit. But every time I try to move on, he sabotages it in some way and he pulls me right back in just for him to say, I don't think I can give you what you need. I just don't want to hurt you. This is not sweet. This is strategy. And let me put you on game and tell you exactly how this story unfolds. What he wants you to say in that moment is, it's okay. We can keep things casual, even though it's killing you on the inside. But for him, he's just got the deal of a lifetime because he got your devotion, your loyalty, and all the benefits of being with you with zero commitment. So when you finally hit your breaking point and you say, after everything I've done for you, he can say, I told you I didn't want to hurt you. I told you I couldn't give you what you needed. But you see, he didn't stop you either. So I'm going to tell you the 3 reasons why he plays this game with you. Number 1 is he sees you as his emotional backup plan. He gets to pursue women that he considers to be out of his league. So if they reject him, he thinks, you think I'm hurt? I have a baddie who's obsessed with me on speed dial. Number 2 is control. So long as he keeps you uncertain, he knows you're not talking to other guys because you are just sitting on the shelf waiting for him to choose you. And number 3 is ego. He gets to brag to his buddies and say, if I wanted her, I could have her like that. And the worst part is that it's true. It is human nature to value what we work for, which is why you are obsessed and he is indifferent, because you have moved your standards 500 miles for him to move a single inch for the illusion of what you might be someday.
Okay, so I agree. Like, there's a lot of the things that she's saying that are absolutely making sense, because when you talk to a man, you have to talk strategically, especially when you're talking to a smart guy. So when you're speaking to a smart woman, you have to speak strategically as well. But you also, like, the way he speaks to me is so strategically to the point where he's capturing my eye and keeping my attention. This tells me that he's studied the female mind. He's the kind of guy that can get pretty much any girl that he wants, and any girl that runs from him is just afraid of falling for him, or just not interested in that type of guy. And he could be the type of guy that is like, I don't know, maybe there are times where women just didn't want to be with him because they thought he was too good to be true. It was too much. They couldn't handle it. And he just needs a woman that is not going to lead with her ego, right? And I could sense that about him. Guys like women like him, women throw themselves at guys like him. Like, I know that, but there is also a part where males struggle, handsome men struggle, because women have a way of allowing their ego to get the best of them to the point where they're not honest, because they don't like that ego personality. They don't like yeah, I know you want me kind of idea. They don't like girls like that. And a lot of guys wonder, why wouldn't she want me? I'm the most beautiful guy in the world. How could she turn me down? These are all thoughts that go through a guy's mind. And so my job as his twin, or our job as twins, is to mature so we can explain this to men without trying to make things hard for them, because they really want to know everything. They want to know what's going on. So as his twin, my job is not to hold back. My job is to be the God figure in his life, to open his mind and protect him, and we protect his heart and his mind from vicious women that are out there hungry after him. They don't understand his worth. They don't understand the beauty of that he is. So he's out there standing up for every beautiful man out there that has ever been put in a position where, handsome men think they're all that. They think they're better than everybody. They really don't. He does have a big ego. Trust me, he does, especially in secret. There is this monster that can come out when you get to know him on a deeper level, but he won't release that monster unless he's triggered, or unless he's with someone he feels safe to protect him, where he feels like, okay, she's not going to leave me when she sees this part of me. You want to be with someone that loves you enough, that's addicted to you enough, that they're just not going to drop you, but they're going to help you. You get what I mean? That's why your job as a woman is to be a doctor, to be a therapist. So when your husband comes as your first client, if not first or second, he becomes your one and only client until he's so well, because you can tell Zack has held so much in. Like, it doesn't look like he's been through a lot from this point of view, but when you look deep into his eyes, you can tell that he's really struggled. He's really had some internal struggles that other women have that have made it hard for him to find someone. He's been so desperate, but they just don't like. A lot of people love to see guys like him beg because they don't have that beauty. They don't want to admit the truth. I'm the girl that strokes his. We girls like us stroke men like that as ego. We have no problem worshiping you because we're honest. You get what I mean? But it's the person's ego that turns me off. Like when someone is like, yeah. So that's the struggle. I have that ego too, sort of. Like I recognize it. I recognize it's like the devil. I recognize it, but it's not a problem when it's from someone you love. And I know I'm probably a little bit off topic, but that's because I have to record the woman's voice and rehear it so I can answer and correct every situation, every question, or everything that she's saying. But I'm just not strong enough or ready to get that deep into it. But there's a lot of great points that she made, and my ex, the guy that she's explaining, is not him, because this is a father, right? This man is a serious man. He's not here to play games with women, because he sees what's in his hand. He sees the reward, the gift. He sees his own child and the beauty and whatever he was missing and whatever he didn't get to have as a child. He sees he's becoming that for his little girl, and he sees the reward. He's always wanted to have someone that he can share his life with, and I can read that about Zack, and Zack just doesn't come off. And I won't lie, when he did appear in my mind telepathically, he did come off with an ego, like, yeah, you're going to worship me, right? You're going to worship me, and that's his ego. And that sort of, it appeared like a flower, like a infinite, like a universal infinite, like my twin, like an imprint from the universe. And I couldn't believe it. There were all these lights. It was so real. And look at me now. I didn't think that I was going to worship him. This is a form of worship, just for those of you who don't know. And there are people that are like, oh, you're obsessed with white people. I'm not obsessed with all white people. I'm not obsessed with white people. I'm in awe of white people. To me, I see them as the angels, as the angelic beings. Even angels have their wicked schemes. But we have to get rid of the dark side, right? That dark side is not who you are. It's what the world made of you, because of them rejecting you and making you feel like a monster when you're not a monster. You're an angel. You're a dove. See, people look for the worst in you so they can get it out of you, so they can see who you are, what type of person, and reveal. It's just a mirror situation to show you who you are. But people don't know how to handle what's not theirs, because they're not affected by it, right? But you see this man knows that this is embracing this baby, because this baby is a reward to him, but he knows that this baby is not for him forever. But he knows that in case his partner has somebody, he can give this beautiful baby to that somebody. It's almost like just communicating to God, basically, right? It's like he knows, it's like without knowing, he knows God's plans. Because this is Zack is like a man of God to me. I see so much God in him, so much heavenliness in him. And I know he's not perfect either. So he can't really hide. I'm not the type of person that's going to say, oh, he's so perfect. Because I can sense and I can feel the darkness wanting to come out. And it's waiting to burst out. And that's why I have to surrender. And sometimes when the twin doesn't release that darkness, it starts to reveal itself in the other person's body. And I think that's what we've been facing, the dark. And he faced the dark night of the soul. I don't want to feel those things, right? So my job is to basically help him understand what's been happening to him, even without meeting him, because I can feel it. I don't know if I'm on point about everything, and I'm not a super psychic, but I know for a fact that we have psychic powers as twins. And unleashing those powers starts by being flexible and learning how to stretch and and communicating and opening up. His fear of opening up. He's afraid of opening up because he'd rather be in secret. But the universe kind of challenges us to open up in the open before we hurt each other, if that's to happen. But I don't feel like Zack is gonna hurt me. I don't feel like he wants to hurt me. And if he did anything, I just want to protect him. Like, almost like what Rihanna felt like, even if Rihanna was getting hurt by Chris Brown. I'm not saying that's what me and him are doing, but even if Rihanna was getting hurt by Chris Brown, Rihanna still wanted to protect Chris because she loved him. And love is not blind. Love sees. It's just you have to be able to be ready to defend yourself. Meaning Chris Brown is physically ready, but Rihanna was not physically ready. So they were not matching up. But my twin has calmed himself down where I'm not afraid of him. I'm not intimidated, but I do know he's stronger than me. But I'm ready to hold him. But even if I say that, the universe will protect me, and the universe knows when I'm ready to receive my partner. So there's no need to be afraid. My partner is watching, so he will know when to come in and how to come in. He's very smart. He might not be the smartest guy or make the smartest decisions, but sometimes your intelligence, you don't know how smart you are until you're faced in a tough situation. You're like, how did I do that?